Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. Welcome to another Oath of the Gatewatch Battle for Zendikar Swiss draft. What shall we first pick? Probably Embodiment of Fury. I don't like first picking a double color card. I think Baloth Null and Mina and Den are better than Embodiment, but Embodiment is very good and it is one color, so I'm going to first pick that. Okay. We've got Boulder Salvo, which seems like an appropriate follow-up pick since it is a very good removal spell. And there's nothing else nutty in here. I like Flare Drone. Very seldom do I get a chance to play it. But yeah, it's a good card. Hedron Crawler's in here too, but I'm going to take the Boulder Salvo. Goes with our first pick. Okay, third pick. So here we go. We actually get a choice. Relentless Hunter is very good. There's also a Stalking Drone, which is really good. And that's about it. Nothing else is too good in here. Pyromancer's Assault tends to go last pick. No one cares about that card. So yeah, Hunter versus Stalking Drone. Well, Stalking Drone's better if I don't end up in red. Relentless Hunter is better if I end up in red-green. Nothing else in here really matters. I could take the Warden. I'm not super partial to this card. Or am I partial to this card? I don't even know. I don't like this card that much. How's that? I think it's okay. Relentless Hunter, though, is what we're going to take. I guess there's Raptor, too. Raptor's okay. Let's just take the Hunter. See, the problem is I never get to play Hunter, so I kind of want to take it and hope that we play it. All right, Zada's Commando seems like a good follow-up pick here. I like Prophet of Distortion a lot. I think it's probably better than Commando, but Commando is so good and playable when you're in red. You're just kind of always happy to have it. This isn't an ally, right? Nope, just a warrior. So, even though Prophet's better, I like Zada's Commando a lot, and it just seemingly fits in with our first three picks better. Some people really have different draft philosophies, I've noticed, and that is really okay. It really is okay if your philosophy is different and you disagree with picks. I really don't have an issue with that, as long as you have a sound reason to do it. Some people's philosophy is just take the best card in the pack in the entire first pack, and then from there sort of guide yourself. But I think if you have enough incentive to stay in colors of cards you've already picked, then there's really no reason to not do that. Like a fifth pick Envoy is pretty good. There's also Spawnbinder. There is Pulse of Marasa, which, you know, I look over a lot. I think it's actually a good card. I don't think it's better than Envoy or Spawnbinder Mage, but it's, you know, considering how aggressive I've kind of come to think this format is, Pulse of Marasa is an actual pretty good card. It's certainly main deckable. Fifth pick Envoy, though, is that a sign? It could be. It's not really at home in the red-black. It's okay, though. There's also Spawnbinder, though. Not a huge fan of red-white. I guess it's fine. They're all fine. I'm going to take the Envoy. I think that's the best card remaining there. Then I don't quite care enough about Pulse of Marasa. Okay, there's a Maw of Kozilek in red, which is good. There's also a Netcaster Spider, and there's a Shoulder to Shoulder. All of these are fine. Dwar Isle Avenger as well. I like Maw of Kozilek. I think if I end up in black-red, it's fine. If I end up in black or red-green, it's fine. Netcaster Spider is also in here, which is okay. Maw of Kozilek's going to require some colorless mana sources. Spider's going to require I end up in green. I'll take the Maw. I think at this point I'd like very much to be in red. All right. Well, Saddleback is a good reason to stay down the green path. It's a very good card. There's also a Scion Summoner, which I like a lot. And a very late Wall of Resurgence and a Holdout Settlement. But we're going to take the Lagak. Good card. Ooh, Seed Guardian. All right. I have found the incentive to pursue green further, so I will. Seed Guardian's one of those cards where when it first was sort of spoiled, everybody thought it was pretty nuts. Turns out it's only just kind of good because the two main removal spells in this format, Oblivion Strike and Isolation Zone, which Travis mentioned this in his last draft video too, they kind of hurt this draft environment. It's one of those cards where you see it first pick and you're like, okay, I'll take it. And then what? You just go down that path. So sadly, the best removal spells sort of hurt the draft format a little bit, in my opinion. All right, well, Bailout Null is worth splashing. So if I find another holdout settlement or something, it's certainly going to make its way in over Repulsive Marausa here. Ooh, I love seeing these late Scion Summoners. They've consistently gone late, and they've always been good in this format. So it's just a really kind of unusual... It really is an unusual thing about this card. Why does it always go late, but it's good? 3 mana, 3 power, 3 toughness on the board. It ramps you. It's devoid. There really is no discernible downside of Scion Summoner. And it's efficiently costed. I'm going to take the foil land because I don't care about those other things. Take a Gorger. Chance we play it. I guess Ancient Crab could be bad if we had to go up against it. Harvester Troll is playable, not very good though. For the longest time, I didn't realize you could sack land to give it the counters, which does make it a lot better. Ooh, Drawn is Chosen. Is this worth splashing? All right, ally count is 1. You almost can't count Envoy because I wouldn't want to splash it. So 1 ally. That is a pretty low ally count. What else do we have? There's a free runner in red. I could just speculatively take Drawn as Chosen. It's a very good card. And there is like nothing else near I care about. Bushwhacker and free runner are very expendable cards. I'll probably just take the Chosen. Like I said, this is going to be a problem if we can't find the fixing. If we can't find the fixing, it's going to be really good. Bearer of Silence now. Am I supposed to be in black again? It's possible. I did see late green that was good. Am I supposed to be in black-green? Dip out of red? It's possible. I do only have a few red cards now. Why don't we sort by color here? I think this is about that time. So, I mean, I like Bearer of Silence. It's a good effect. There's nothing in red I care about in this pack. Netcaster Spider in green, which is good, but Bearer is certainly better. No ally. There's a Flare drone. I'm going to take the Bearer. We'll see if black keeps flowing. All right, now we have Devour in Flames. We have Unknown Shores for the splash. We have a Shrieker, which I like. There's also Loam Larva, which fixes. Unknown Shores does double duty, though, both making Mauve Kozilek better and splashing. But I can't really take it over a Devour in Flames here. If I'm going to take a card, it's going to be a really strong removal spell, I think. That does lead me back towards... I mean, I'm okay with playing 3-color. I'm not okay with playing 3-color that's a mix of the 3 colors, like a really, you know... like an even split. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a 3rd color that's just a splash, which I still kind of want to be black for a Baloth Null and a Drawn as Chosen. I guess technically you could do Bearer of Silence. That's not the best one to splash either, though. All right, Crumbling Vestige seems like the correct pick here. We're going to need the fixing. It's not the best piece of fixing since it's only a one-time use, but I'm not going to play Auxiliary, and I don't need anything else in this pack, so it does seem... Corpse Churn does work well with Baloth Null, but not if we do, in fact, end up splashing black. Another late Blinding Drone. We're going to take this holdout settlement. It's really going to help our mana base a lot while we sort of decide how we're going to make this all come together. We're still, see, the problem with Drawn is Chosen, our main, well, I guess Baloth Null is our main splash card because we're just going to end up splashing this. But the problem with Drawn is Chosen is if we don't end up with a nice ally count, that card is just not going to cut it. Take the Holdout Settlement here, though, for sure. Okay, Loam Larva. Making the splash become the real deal here. I've actually found Loam Larva to be just fine in general, so okay. I'm on board. A second Holdout Settlement or an Akoum Flameseeker. Well, we do need our ally count to be higher, so I think I'm going to take the Flameseeker. I'd still like to make Drawn is Chosen and Baloth Null work. Technically, I could make Bearer of Silence work too. Like I said, it's worse on the splash, same with Envoy. Our ally count is so low at the moment. I have some major concerns about that. We'll take the Flameseeker, though. It's a good card. All right, Freerunner is an ally. We could take the Cinder Barons, though, to make our mana better. I'm going to make our mana better. All right. Immediately rewarded with another Freerunner, so we'll take that. I don't really need a waste, I don't think. Vestige and Holdout Settlement. I guess I'm passing up on a Tears of Valakut sideboard, though. I don't care. We'll take the waste for that reason. I mean, waste is going to be good for Mauve Kozilek, and that's it. I guess you can also find it off of Loam Larva. And I guess I need it technically for Bearer of Silence, too, so maybe. Guess we'll take a Pathfinder. Let's sort by color. At this point, I want to stick to my initial plan of green, red, splash black. I'm not going to splash Envoy. I'm willing to splash. Currently willing to splash Bearer of Silence. We'll see if that happens. Drawn is Chosen. Brute Strength's actually a fine card. Natural State. Sideboard. Witness the End. Alright, so here in pack 3, looking for good green and red. Ooh. Ask and ye shall receive. I love Omnath. Such a fun card to play. I mean, granted, there's Evolving Wilds in here too, but we're taking Omnath. Are you kidding me? I love this card. Very powerful. Immediately into 18 land deck territory, by the by. But, yeah, Omnath is very, very strong. Okay, so what do we got now? We got a Tunneling Geopede. That's about it. Guess we'll take it. It's a fine card. Lowers our curve a bit. Might ditch out on Bearer of Silence and Drawn is Chosen at this point. Just focus on the Baloth Null, which seems fine. What's our ally count? We got 1, 2, 3. Can't even really count this. I don't think we're going to end up with enough allies, but I'll leave it in for now. Blighted Gorge. There's a Recruit, which is an ally. Blighted Gorge is good. It's a good card. And it rewards you for the 18 lands too, which is nice. There's also Looming Spires, but I like Gorge more for sure, even though it doesn't give you colored mana. There is Snapping Gnarlid though. And Gnarlid's a good beatdown card. We kind of need some more early game, especially if we're not going to play Bearer of Silence, which at this point I really don't think we are. It just doesn't seem worth it on the splash. It's okay. It's just not very good. I kind of want our curve to be relatively low. We've got our top end, you know, pretty well covered. I'm going to take the Gnarlid. I just feel like if we don't have enough early game, we're going to get wrecked. Alright, there's a Beastmaster, which is an ally. And there's a Sure Strike, which I don't really care about. There's a Demon's Grasp. What's our removal? We have, this is a combat trick. We have Devour in Flames, Boulder Salvo. We're actually very removal light, which makes Grasp. It's not a very exciting splash card. Beastmaster's only okay, and I still don't think we're gonna make this Drana's Chosen work. Maybe a Splash Demon's Grasp. I want enough removal spells. I have some concerns about not having enough. Alright, Stone Fury is a pretty excellent one. I think we just got to take that. There's a Nettle Drone in here, which is very good, and an Invoker, which is cheap, but we kind of need this Stone Fury, I think. Just so removal light at the moment. Fire Mantle Mage is an ally. It's a relevant ally ability. Kind of cheap. Certainly have enough 4-drops. Don't really care about Sure Strike. I guess we'll take the Mage. Just holding out hope that we make the deck come together here. We're going to take the Plummet now, which is actually a decent sideboard card. Sentinel's not bad. Probably want the Gnarlid over it. Neither are allies. Sentinel blocks better. We have a good late game plan with Omnath. Maybe I do want the Sentinel. I guess this is an ally, but can I really make a Drana's Chosen work in here? If I pick up enough allies, I can, but I want more early game. I think I'm just off Drana's Chosen. I'm going to take the Sentinel. Shatterskull Recruit's not that exciting. How easily am I going to be able to play a Plated Crusher? I don't know. I kind of want to take it anyway. I don't really care about Jotty Offshoot or Scour, even though could use some more removal. I'm going to take the Crusher. I think Crusher's a kind of a big deal. Take the Cloud Manta, I guess. Like, Looming Spire is going to make the deck, I think. Could take the Fertile Thicket. Looming Spire is just so much better, though. Mindbreaker can be good in the right deck. Seek the Wilds. I feel like I haven't played Seek the Wilds this entire format. Alright, well, good news. We have enough cards to make a deck. Bad news. Drana's Chosen, not going to make the cut. I think we are still splashing Demon's Grasp, though. What's Drana's Chosen Power's toughness? What is it, like a 2-2? Probably is, isn't it? 4 mana, 2-2 with a cool ability. It's just not good enough for this deck. We've got higher expectations and hopes for this deck now. Wish we had more ramp. That would be nice. But I think the fact that we got enough early game makes me happy. So, Drana's Chosen, yeah, 4 mana, 2-2, just not good enough. I think we're not on the Fire Mantle Mage plan either. It does make Flameseeker less good as well. But Flameseeker's a 3 mana, 3-2, I think is actually just fine. Gotta cut 2 cards. Do I like Pathfinder or Gorger more? I guess since we're 3 color, I should probably like the Pathfinder more, but I mean, Plated Crusher takes 3 green. That's not easy to get, admittedly. But we have a huge green requirement anyway, kind of, don't we? Whereas our red requirement's not bad. It's basically just Stone Fury. Other than that, we just need 1. We're going to play 18 lands, because I want to play Crusher and Omnath. We can cut one of our 6 drops. We're going to keep the Baloth Null for sure. I think we cut, so it's Gorger or Pathfinder. And then I think I still definitely am going to cut one more card. Probably the Mage. 3 mana 2/2s I'm not looking for. I'd rather play a 3 mana 3/2. Yes, it has a good rally ability, but I'd still rather have a 3 mana 3/2. Especially since it's just that one time and I don't really have enough allies to supplement. I don't think it's good enough. I think we might cut the Gorger. I think I would prefer the Pathfinder. We actually may have enough colorless mana sources. I don't think I'm going to play the Wastes. I think we're just going Cinder Barrens, Looming Spire, Holdout Settlement, Vestige. The only thing that requires colorless in our entire deck is Maw of Kozilek, right? Pathfinder doesn't even require it, just it helps. I guess I can't use Loam Larva to find it, but I really don't think that matters. So between Loam Larva, Holdout Settlement, Crumbling Vestige, Cinder Barrens, I already have 4 black sources. I can get away with 1 swamp, which is nice. 1 swamp for Demon's Grasp and Baloth Null should be fine. It's 5 sources total. I need quite a bit of green. I think we're going to end up doing a pretty much even split of green and red. And then 1 black. So let's bring these in. They agree, 1 black, and pretty much even split. We're going to go the other way because we already have a Looming Spires. And we have Cinder Barrens too, so really we have like, let's count these as a half a source. We have like 9 red, 8 green, and 5 black. Loam Larva can kind of count towards that too. I kind of want to get away with 8 green and go up to 9, or 8 red and 9 green is kind of what I was hoping for. Especially since Loam Larva requires green, and we have quite a bit of green requirement in the late game with the Plated Crusher and the Omnath and the Seed Guardian. Just doing a quick count. So we do have slightly less green. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to achieve triple green. And like I said, I only need 1 red. Currently I have like 8 red, which isn't bad. I think we're going to try it like this. It's a bit of a screwy mana base. This deck rather is okay. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great either. Omnath's a lot of fun to play, so that really puts the power level up. Baloth Null's very strong. Plated Crusher's very strong. So we have some very strong cards in here. And I think that we can get to the mana since we're staying busy in the early game. Our mana base is a bit ugly, and our removal spell's not the best. Wish our removal was better. But I think this deck could do some good things for us, so I think this is just fine. Probably high D. I'd give it a high D grade, though. I'll give it a 68%. I think Omnath really kind of sets it apart. Otherwise, it'd probably be a low D, to be honest. But it looks like it could be a fun deck to play, so we're going to run it like this, and we'll see you round 1.